Good morning, world. It's 9 a.m. I know, gay people and an LGBTQ plus Kiki at 9 in the freaking morning. That's why I'm still in bed. Me? I am FayWhat. Sort of. Let's do it again, Mark.
Okay.
I'm FayWhat. Close enough. Yeah. And I'm going to help you get your week started off right. We have lots of fun things to talk about. It's going to be a fantastic week.
Gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all agree? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
The FayWhat Show is America's first LGBTQ plus morning show, and we're live right now on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire Television, YouTube, and Facebook. I am also on demand anytime you want. It's Monday, April 22nd, 2024. So before we kick off today's Kikis, I want to talk about Lesbian Visibility Week, all right? And I want to bring Mark into the mix for this one, all right? So Lesbian Visibility Week is an annual observance in the United States, okay? The United Kingdom and other countries dedicated to increasing the awareness of lesbian women and their issues. It was originally celebrated in July in 1990 in California and more recently moved to April, starting with Lesbian Visibility Day. That's on April 26th. So why is Lesbian Visibility Day important? Because representation of lesbian communities, politics, media, and pop culture still fall short. Many women feel uncomfortable engaging in LGBTQIA plus activities. Adult women still face difficulty in coming out to their own coworkers. According to a 2019 survey on women in the workplace, it was reported that 23% of all lesbians reported that they could not discuss their lives outside of work, compared to 10% of women overall. The survey also found that 53% of lesbians reported experiencing sexual harassment in the workplace, compared to 41% of women overall. So by celebrating Lesbian Visibility Day and engaging with lesbian stories and media, we can bring attention and love to a part of the LGBTQ plus community that is often invisibilized. This day seeks to lift up the stories of lesbians, to recognize diversity among lesbians, to foster understanding of lesbians, and to celebrate the accomplishments and contributions of lesbians. I think that folks forget that lesbians were there for the men going during the AIDS crisis, the AIDS epidemic. You should not ever forget that, ever. And just in case you've never seen the lesbian flag, here it is. Okay? This flag was created to be inclusive of butch women, trans women, and gender nonconforming lesbians. This version of the lesbian flag was created by Emily Gwen. Dark orange equals gender nonconformity. Orange equals independence. Light orange equals community. White equals unique relationships to womanhood. Light purple equals serenity and peace. Purple equals love and sex. Dark purple equals femininity. Now, go find a lesbian and tell them you love them and make them feel seen. One last note. While I love my gay boys, you boys know that I love you. Sometimes it can be really lonely in the LGBTQ plus community when representing the L. Now I take a moment to recognize a few L's. Did you know that the head writer right here at the FayWhat Show is a lesbian? I have to give a big shout out of gratitude to Homangi Gokali. She is a proud lesbian, an incredible talent. She works in our offices in Pune, India, and she is in an office where she's the only L in the room. You know, I know that feeling. Homangi, thank you. Thank you. And you are being seen. I see you. I love you. And thank you for all you've done for me and the FayWhat Show. A few other lesbians that I adore in our community: Claudia Castillo, Okay, she's an incredible artist. Alison Burgos, okay, the creator of Pandora with the rest of her girls. Jen Kriz from Outshine Film Festival. Jacqueline Lorber from the Symphony. Oh, I love her, the South Florida Symphony. Carol Moran from 9F, one of my favorite places to go eat at. They've got the best bread pudding. Lexi Goza, who is just an entrepreneur, an incredible person, and always looking out for the next lesbian in line. Chef Josie, who is just beautiful and amazing and such a wonderful asset to our community. Carol Wartenberg from the Lesbian Thespians. This is just to name a few. I see you and thank you for your constant inspiration. We also celebrate you, and you, every single lesbian out there. Happy Lesbian Visibility Day. Mark, I know that was a lot to unpack. I'm sorry, but I had to take a moment to do that, and also Luna needed to take a moment to tell you thank you also, because I think
she's got her little bow tie on for Lesbian Visibility Week.
Yes, she is.
I will tell you, Faye, lesbians have always had a very, very special place in my coming out.
Okay, that's interesting to say.
When I first came out, I was not very comfortable around gay men. I was always kind of fighting between feeling rejected or not wanting to be looked at. I wasn't comfortable with myself, so I wasn't really kind of comfortable in that community. So the very first bar that I would go and hang out at was a lesbian bar in Tampa. That's where I learned to play pool. That's why I can still kick your ass in pool. And when I do, I will tell you that I have been taught by lesbians to play, and that's why I'm so mean at the game. I will not give you a fucking... Can I say
it's
that?
Okay. You're allowed. He's so cute.
I will not give you a shot. But we need lesbians in the gay community. And it's not just for the 80s and 90s story, although absolutely that's a critical part of our history. Lesbians are important for gay men just for your personal growth and development. When you surround yourself with other gay men, there's nobody to kind of call you out sometimes on your bullshit.
Wow.
That when you're surrounded by people who all kind of exactly think the same, and then so you might bring up an issue that you're going through personally with gay men, and then you bring it up with lesbians and get a totally different perspective where it's not just because you're gay that's happening. That's because you're gay and a man, and they're able to unpack stuff for you that when you're inside the bubble of being a gay man,
you can't see
it from the outside.
Wow.
So I think lesbians, we should always be really, really close to them, because there's some shared experiences that, we're all gay folks, but we have a lot to really teach each other. This is a really big week.
And it's important, especially, it's an election year. They don't want to teach LGBTQ plus history in schools, so that means that our history is basically being erased, and it's like, and I sometimes feel that for all the bills and all the anti-LGBTQ plus stuff thrown at us, sometimes the acronym splits apart more than it gets together, and that's scary during a time like this where we're opposed at all angles, and I just personally believe that until the L and the G really get together, right? That would be a perfect way to show the rest of the letters, let's go, we're ready to fight this, and I don't see that happening.
No, and I know it's not unanimous in the gay community at all, and I love every letter of our LGBTQ plus community, but that's why I like queer. I want to just use one word that's inclusive, that's embracing, without saying, hey, you're this section or get into this category or this line. I don't know about you, but I haven't always been just my kind of one letter. When you're figuring yourself out, even down to gender.
Yes. You hang out in the B for a little bit, you hang, and
absolutely.
Completely. And we're sometimes not allowed that luxury of just being able to see, no, you must fit into a box right now. No soup for you, like it doesn't always have to be so cut and dry, but we have to stick together. I know some old school ladies, Cindy Brown, I love you, that have told me stories about years past where they expected to, help each other have children, right? Like, a lesbian was expected to help a gay man have children for the future. Conversations like that, I don't hear anymore, right? I don't hear between, gay men and lesbian women. And, because I'm so involved in I'm surrounded by gay boys all the time, right? I'm usually the only girl at the table, and I'm okay with that. If I wasn't, then I'd be doing something else, right?
Like the attention.
But I want other women to feel that safety too. I feel safe around my gay boys, right? Yeah. These are boys that don't want to fuck me. They might want to wear my dress. Okay, some, they might have, a beautiful, a beautiful fashion sense, right? And be like, oh my God, Faye, I love how you wear this, or blah, 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 blah. They give the best compliments, right? But I feel safe. There's something about the fact that my gay boys will all say, hey, let me know when you got home. Can we walk you to your car?
Yeah.
And I wish that other lesbians felt that safety from gay men, and stop being so afraid. It's just fear, and it makes sense. We've all gone through our shit,
Yeah. And we're not really that different. I mean, yes, the different gender experience gives us some different walks in life, but I think a lot of gay men also just kind of think that lesbians are prudish. And I'll tell you, the only people who say that are people who do not know lesbians. They are just as raunchy, just as fun, party just as hard.
Yes, listen, if you're able to put a little camera, right, in the host hotel at Girls in Wonderland during gay days, child, all right? Handkerchiefs are on doors are open, all that kind of stuff that you boys thought you invented. No. So again, like he said, we're more alike than you think, all right? So boys out there, if you don't have a lesbian in your group, find one. Make sure that they feel seen this week. Ask them some questions, all right? Just because it's lesbian visibility, use that as an excuse. Screw it, okay? If every gay boy should have at least one lesbian friend.
Yes,
okay?
Make them watch the FayWhat show with you. I almost called it the Gay What show.
See? All right, let's get to some kikis. We have so much stuff to talk about, all right? All right, let's kiki about what's going on in the LGBTQ plus community, all right? My sidekick. He's joining me in bed, looking sexy as hell in his wonderful harness, all right? You know him, okay? Our segment is called Gay Boy Sleep Late. And this morning, I'm joined by my amazing friend and leather sir, Mark Pettitt, all right? Sawmill leather sir, as well as a life coach. And my main thing that I love about, well, not my main thing. I love so many things about you,
can
Mark.
list multiple things. I'm fine with that.
I love how smart you are. I love how inspirational you are. I love that you love Botox as much as I do. I love that you have this incredible relationship with this hunk of a guy and that you make your relationship first. You've got so much stuff going on, but you still teach me all the time. And he just got married and I've been married 6 years, okay? But I've learned from you, and just having a business with your husband is not the easiest thing to do also. We love the people we love, but sometimes working with them is a little difficult, Yeah, we'll say different, right? And so Luke and Mark have this incredible chainmail harness accessory business, right? I wear the harnesses every time I can. Oh my God, I have my bracelet on. Oh, I forgot to wear it. I have my bracelet on, right? He has his bracelet on. He has his harness on. I usually wear my harness whenever it's needed, all right? If I'm at the Eagle, I'm wearing my harness. If it's Stonewall Pride, I'm wearing my harness. I am representing, okay? So make sure that you go look up Links by Luke.
Yes, linksbyluke.com.
Look at me. See, I remembered that, all right?
Because you're on the website every week.
Oh. I am. They have really cool stuff. Go check out their stuff. But Mark, thank you and welcome back to FayWhat. I'm so happy that you're back with me. All right, let's talk about some stuff.
Yes.
Right. Oh, I love this. This is perfect for Pride Month in June. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. Go get your own harness. All right, here we go. First, ABC's 911 hit a milestone with its 100th episode, sparking both celebration and controversy. It was Buck's surprise gay kiss that ignited chatter. Amid Buck's journey of self-discovery, actor Oliver Stark received overwhelming support, but detractors couldn't resist airing homophobic views. But Stark knows how to deal with hatred. He shares a social media post saying, quote, "I truly don't care," end quote. He reminds haters that the show is about love and inclusion. Okay, for those self-important viewers who believe they not watching the show will create a difference, Stark boldly says, quote, "You are not required to announce your departure," end quote. Watch this.
I can teach you. Okay, is that gonna be right after our flying lessons?
Probably not on the same day.
Good. Just trying to get your attention has been kind of exhausting.
My attention?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I didn't maim my best friend. My sister says there are better ways to get someone's attention.
Like that?
Yeah, that works.
So that was okay?
That was better than fake mouth static.
Oh my God, I love this! Oliver Stark has words for homophobes. What are we all talking about? I used to watch this show, this 911 show. It was the worst things that could happen in life happen in every episode. It was a hurricane, an earthquake, a bomb threat, a mass shooting. Like, they do everything.
It is named appropriately.
It really is. But I love this. I didn't know that he was going to be gay on the show. And what a hunky guy he chooses. Hello.
Yeah, he's got pretty good taste.
Doesn't he?
I mean, and really, I love the demonstration of range that comes into that.
Yes.
And I think these days, if you cannot stretch yourself as an actor to play somebody of a different sexuality, I don't think you're really that great of an actor.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
it's a role. You're playing a role.
And I love how in this quote, in his quotes too, you can tell, like, he knew this was coming.
Yeah.
And that whole, like, well, I don't think he said the first part, but the way that I've heard that quote before is, this is not an airport. You do not need to announce your departure. He just went straight to, I was like,
he went straight to shade. So he really
Yes.
he has really been practicing and analyzing our community.
Yeah.
Because he's got the shade down, right? Like, he's got that down.
he went to a drag queen. What do I say
What do
when
I
they
say
start
against
talking
these homophobes?
shit
Okay.
about me?
What do I say when the hater's gonna hate? What do I say? You know?
And nobody better be hating on him for being a straight guy playing a gay role.
Oh, you know,
By
that's
the
a
way,
whole.
they're
That's a fight that's always been happening, you know, and it's like, you know, he was cast. Maybe that's where the role went to. Maybe that wasn't how the role started out to be.
Yeah.
Let's look at the inclusion. Let's look at these shows. Oh, Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett is on the show, right? And I love me some Angela Bassett. I mean, like, you know, what's love got to do with it? You know, Stella, I mean, you could think of all the movies that she's done, how Stella got her groove back, right? And like, she's a phenomenal in this show, in this drama. And I was watching it for her. And then this gentleman came on and I was like, oh, I like him too, you know? So you can't give people shit for playing a role. It's a role.
Yeah. Now, I think though, where I do have a little bit of a different opinion on this same
Please.
matter is with trans folks.
Okay.
I don't think that there's very few roles for trans folks. There's far
As it is.
fewer trans folks out there demographically than gay folks. So I do like seeing a show like Pose where they are truly given
Authentic.
a chance and authentic and,
Yep.
and represented. So that's a little different.
Yeah. No, I
For me,
think,
but
no,
I'm
I
not the
know.
boss of anybody. You do what you
No,
want.
but you know, I mean, I love that you put it that way though, Mark, because it's like, you know, we're always like, no, you must pick what, you know, it's got to be one and all, you know? And I mean, and your point is valid and it really does make more sense. I'm with you. How about that? I
Right on.
agree with you.
We'll
There we
take
go.
it.
Next, Jackson Rockability recently brought a whole new vibe to minor league baseball. Located in Tennessee, these ballers spiced things up at a tryout for the Game of Their Own event, which is scheduled on June 18th to pay homage to the iconic flick, A League of Their Own. Released in '92, this gem starred queer icons like Rosie O'Donnell and Madonna. The Rockabilly, held open tryouts for women baseball players in West Tennessee. It's a significant moment, especially given the queer history intertwined with the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. A league of their own today. What are we all talking about? I love this. I love girls playing sports. I mean, like, this is so cool. You saw A League of Their Own, of course.
Oh, I saw it when I was 16 when it came out and was already a hardcore Madonna fan.
Yes.
I said, like, I had only been out like a year. It came out at about 15, but I'm like, okay, now I can tell everyone that I love Madonna. So of course, when that came out, and Rosie was already just such a huge icon at that.
She wasn't out at that time either.
No. And I mean, a lot of the players of that league weren't out at the time. A lot of them came out in like the 80s and 90s when they got that exposure, and some of them were outed. In fact, I think the oldest one to come out was Maybelle Blair, 2022 at 95.
Oh my God, that is
Years
beautiful.
old.
And I think Maybelle's I think she's the last one living. I think I saw a press conference with her, and tears, you know, for you to live your last years being your true authentic self. You know, that's a beautiful thing. I wish you could have done it sooner, but that's not the world that she lived in.
Yeah, but no matter how much time you have left, live as much of it as you can authentically. And I think her story is a great reminder of that.
Did you see when they brought back A League of Their Own as the series?
No, I didn't.
Me
but you know what I
neither.
did see? Was at that Madonna concert. That was my favorite outfit when they all came out as the different Madonnas.
yes!
And I was like, they had the League of Their Own Madonna. Because I wasn't really I was expecting all kind of concert music.
Yes,
video
you were
Madonnas.
expecting the Vogue Madonna, the Like a Virgin Madonna, but not that
Yeah,
Madonna.
and that was an important
You're right.
Madonna for me. I was
You're
really
right.
glad to see it
No,
represented.
he's right. He was right. And if you weren't able to go to the Celebration tour because it was $1 million, right?
And a million degrees.
And 1,000,000 degrees, and also 1,000,000 hours late. Then I'll tell you, I mean, the girl had the perfect outfit, the skirt dress outfit, right? With the bag and the hat. Like
Knocking her cleats.
It looked just like Madonna did in the movie, and it was super cute. I love that.
The only thing she didn't do was spit.
That's it.
I think that was the only thing she was missing.
She even did that sexy in the movie. Yeah. What?
I mean, it's all that, and still having all that skin covered up and still be that sexy.
And still be that sexy.
You go, girl.
Yeah, right. Next, during the Miami concert of Madonna's Celebration Tour,
hello,
Ricky
segue.
Martin was invited to join the ballroom segment where dancers sashay down the runway for scores from Madonna and a rotating celebrity judge. Martin seemed to embrace the role with gusto. Perhaps a little too much. As TMZ reports, he appeared visibly aroused by the dazzling costumes of the backup dancers. Fans saw something happening down under as the dancers started to grind on his lap. Looks like someone was truly living La Vida Loca on stage. Why is everyone looking at Ricky Martin's crotch? What are we all talking about? So you know that I was at this one, right? Because you went to the Saturday one. Right?
Yes, I went to the night before, so I didn't have Ricky Martin.
Yeah, he had Ingrid Caceres, which nobody knows who she is, right? So Ingrid Caceres is a beautiful lesbian. Hey, Lesbian Visibility Week, woohoo! Ingrid Caceres is a gorgeous lesbian. She's gorgeous. Her and this guy named Chris Pacello used to be owners of this incredible club called Liquid that I used to go to as like a little girl and see Madonna in the VIP room with them, right? If you look at the sex book, there's also like notes or something like that going to and from Ingrid and Madonna, right? So if you know of Ingrid, she was basically Madonna's, love interest, right? And a great representation of Miami glam, all right? And that's who they got the first date. Nobody knew who she was, okay? Except a few of us, all right? So when
But
I
it
saw
started a lot of conversations.
about who she was.
Yes, at the concert. 'Cause who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
Let me.
Even when you saw the name, yeah.
Let me Google her, right? And so that was the first night. And the first night, I didn't know I was going, right? I still didn't know I was going to Madonna, right? So I was like, good. They just got Ingrid. Nobody knows who Ingrid is, right? She should have brought up Ricky Martin, right? This is me telling Madonna. This is me telling Madonna. This is me telling my wife that, right? So then I get tickets. Thank you, Jenna Jaffe. I love you to the moon. And so I get to go on Sunday, right? And who does Madonna bring up?
Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin himself. All right. Now, again, go on my shorts on YouTube. Go on my social media to look at the videos. He had pleats in his pants, people. He was not aroused. Come on.
And can you not Google, if you want to see the man's dick, he's taken plenty of naked, and you will be impressed, by the way.
Yes.
But, I mean, if you're going to go by what that picture looked like, then it's like 16 inches, and he would go unconscious when he had an erection. I think what has happened here is a little bit of heat stroke in the audience. If they would have had the air conditioning up a little bit, maybe people would have seen the right thing. But yeah, I mean, any guy who has worn tuxedo pants, because that's basically the kind
That's what he was wearing,
that
with
they
the
were.
pleats.
They're very kind of light satin, but they still have kind of 3 layers of fabric to the zipper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was
That's
just,
what it was, though, Mark.
oh yeah.
Okay, I wish he was serving you guys.
But
But
no.
that wasn't what was happening. You know what I mean? But that wasn't what was happening. I was happy to see him on stage. He did a little wiggle, and he did enjoy the male dancers. And if you saw the dancers, you would too. They were amazing looking. Okay.
They were, but let's not pretend that show is work for everybody involved.
Yes.
Including him.
Yes, completely. But I mean, he was off and on in less than 5 minutes, and it was over. It was over. So, okay, DMZ, you needed a story about Ricky
talked
Martin
about it.
because of what is it, Palm Royale, right?
Oh, yeah,
right.
yeah.
Because of that,
enjoyed
you need to you need to do a story on him. Okay, I mean, hey, you got him more viewers. He does look like he has a big penis, all right?
Well, no, he does, but it's just not that.
But that wasn't the case. Anyway, that's all. Okay, next. Oh, I can't wait to talk about this. Here we go. Billy Porter is spilling all the deets in a candid chat with The Standard. The 54-year-old actor and recent divorcee opened up about finding comfort in the LGBTQ plus community. Reflecting on his Tony Award win for Kinky Boots in 2013, Porter let slip one of his biggest splurges. Turned regrets, a gay cruise extravaganza. Darling. He said, quote, I've done several Atlantis cruises. Wait, he probably said it like this. I've done several Atlantis cruises where I perform one night and then live it up for 10 days, end quote. But when he treated himself to an Atlantis cruise, the bill shook him. Lesson learned. Sometimes the best vacations are the ones you don't have to pay for. Watch this.
So if you see me do this, imagine what it will be like later on the dick dog. You nasty bitches! I know you've heard about the 12-step program, but what you can do in 12, I need you to know that I can do it 6 in no mind. Pursue the truth, learn something new. Respect yourself and do what others do. There goes behind the cry in your mind. You take the work when you change your mind.
What will Billy Porter not do on a gay cruise? What are we all talking about?
He was phenomenal at Pride. Can I just say
Oh my
that?
God, he was phenomenal at Pride. Miami Beach Pride was last week, 2 weeks ago, and no, last week, and he was incredible. I mean, he was the Grand Marshal, so he was there for the parade. He was at the VIP affair on Friday night, and then he performed again. Then he performed Sunday evening, like at 10 p.m. with full dancers, like the whole entire thing, and he was freaking amazing. Oof.
Yeah, an absolute gem. Held the energy of the crowd. I got to have breakfast with Billy Porter.
Wait. What? You had breakfast with Billy Porter?
Yeah, I mean, in a kinda.
Wait, are we talking about that day when you photobombed him, like from behind? Like when you...
How dare you?
No, but is this what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, because I've seen the picture, okay? I've seen the picture. So
Look, we were at the same restaurant. We had the same server.
he even ordered the same breakfast because he figured, hey, then that way I could say me and Billy Porter ate the same thing.
We both had the tuna avocado toast. Now, he did not know I was there. But
I was expecting like another picture like later on because Billy Porter is like always down here now, right? Like I think after the divorce and his mother passing, rest in peace. I think since that, like he's been more integrated down here in South Florida and he's got friends here and we love him down here. So I thought maybe Mark kind of like figured out a way to sit there and like, become friends with him because Mark can do it. If anybody can do it, Mark can do it.
No, and I know he is like super, super nice to
He really is.
To everybody. But I was like, you know what? Like, let me just let this man have his breakfast. And,
But I'm gonna take a picture of him though.
yeah, and then
post that you
brag
have-
that I went to breakfast with him.
Oh my God!
Yeah, his portrayal in Pose will just always be one of my favorite representations of ball culture.
Yeah, pray tell. I mean, we all learned so much from that.
Yes. Well, when I used to go out with my gay roommate in college, it was pretty much an all-black gay club. I did not know that it was also all lit by black light. Have I ever told you this before?
No.
Oh my God! So
you freaking beamed out like
no,
literally.
bitch, it's worse than you think. I had surfer blonde-dyed hair, which is blacklight reactive.
Like the platinum.
Yes.
Oh my God, no, Mark.
I had just bought white jeans, and that was what I was going to wear out to my first night at the gay club. I had a white 501 shirt. These bastards did not tell me it was all lit by blacklight. I looked like a fluorescent Q-tip walking around this
Oh my God,
club.
he looked like a freaking glow stick walking around. All right, they started using Mark as the focal point. Where's the bathroom? You see that guy
see that
that's
white
freaking
boy?
shining right to the right are the bathrooms. Like literally, they started using Mark as a focal point.
And there were balls every weekend, and it was not like your standard kind of just drag show, which was very like at that time was very kind of pageant-esque. it was so much more in your face. Lesbian performers, drag kings.
I love that.
The richness of it was beautiful. So like, Pray Tell.
Yeah.
Is perfect.
Yeah.
I adore Billy.
Yeah. And
Thanks for breakfast, Billy.
Thank you for breakfast, right? You know, you should have like picked up his tab or something. Like that would have been cute.
Oh, now you make me feel like an ass.
No.
Shit,
I mean, he just went through a divorce.
Oh, his mother.
I mean, right, his mom just passed away. The least you could do
I'm
is
so
go, oh,
sorry.
let me pick that up. Let me pick that up.
Here,
Billy.
let me get you on my gay card.
my black gay card. Here you go. Billy Porter, we love you. Stay down here, okay? We love seeing you everywhere. Like, it's just so nice. And he is super nice. And again, the only person that can wear the things he wears and look good in it. Okay? Because I'll be like,
Yes.
I would never be able to rock that. There's no way. Even with like a gold chain, it would never work. I mean, you are amazing. Thank you for being part of our community. Next, trans professor Stephanie Burr is serving up some serious Swiftie wisdom at Harvard University. This trailblazing English professor has launched a course called Taylor Swift and Her World. In an Instagram video, Burr dishes on what to expect, praising Swift's art for adding depth and intrigue to our world. From dissecting lyrics to unraveling the queer subtext in Swift's songs. This course is a deep dive into the singer-songwriter's literary universe. And guess what? It's a smash hit. According to the Harvard Gazette, the course is, quote, the largest taught in the arts and humanities this spring, end quote. Harvard professor starts a Taylor Swift course. What are we all talking about, Mark? What do you think?
I think you could offer this same course in the business school at Harvard, frankly.
Oh my God, it's true. Entrepreneur.
Yeah, the entrepreneurial side of her, the way that she interacts with her, and, you know, I don't want to call them customers, but really, you know,
Her fans.
Her fans, the way that she treats them, stands up for the community. I think that there's a lot to be said for her business wisdom as well.
For sure.
And I could not agree more, I think, with some of the words there that you said as far as the depth of lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
I really do think that's what people respond to. Lyrics, I'm going to sound old when I say this, but I think like lyrics kind of through the 2000s have gotten like clever. They're more clever.
Yeah.
They're faster. Our production kind of quality of music has gone through the roof, but people still really, I think, yearn for an authentic experience. They yearn for a lyric that they have to think about.
Yeah.
They want something that gives them a little bit of room for interpretation and for them to fit in
Completely.
to a song.
Completely. You know, Taylor's new album is coming up like in a couple of days. I think it's this week that it comes out, right? Because I love my Sirius FM and XM FM. Oh my God, my Sirius XM. And like, so they have a channel right now and it's all Taylor Swift all day long until her new until her new album comes out, right? And so they have like little clips of people talking. Like, I saw Taylor Swift when I was 15. I'm now, 26. And there's a song that got me through so many different parts of my life.
Yeah.
From a heartbreak to girl power to, they could teach this course in the business side, like Mark said. They could teach this in queer history studies, in women's studies, She lets women know that you can be anything you freaking want to be, and that means so much. It screams volumes to, women are the first marginalized people. We just are, we've always been second. And she doesn't ever make a woman feel that way. She lets you know that there's power in numbers, there's powers in friendships, and we're all along for the ride with Taylor,
And I think also just one little reminder, if you are a Taylor fan, listen to Taylor's version, download Taylor's version of the songs. You know what happened with that?
Because she bought her, right?
She produced a lot of music over and, with her old producers and basically couldn't get it all back and had to re-record new versions of it so that she owned it 100%.
Oh my God, I did it. Okay, I did not know that last fact about it. So I noticed that though, like when a lot of her songs comes up, it'll say Taylor's version and I'm like, what other version is there? But now you know. See, Mark knows everything.
There's the version where the money goes to corporate, and there's the version where we elevate Taylor.
Okay, let's elevate Taylor. Remember, she was also the one that gave $100,000 to her truck drivers. She was the one who put the Eras tour in theaters. She gave Beyonce the idea. We love Queen Bee, right? But look what she did to make it open and available to anybody. You know, it's a beautiful thing. And go Harvard. It's not like it's BCCC or something like that. This is Harvard.
And having an out trans professor in this day and time. I mean, that is pretty freaking cool.
Kudos, kudos, kudos. The FayWhat Show is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America. Hotspots Magazine has been documenting the LGBTQ plus experience for 40 years, and Happening Out Television Network has been bringing you daily LGBTQ plus news, talk shows, and more for 4 years. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. So let's look at our week, Mark. What are we doing this week? Fun. Taxes were last week. Now we're, the last 2 weeks of April. What's going on with you and hubby? Anything fun?
Well, the Wilton Art Walk was last week too, but
look that up because you can go every month.
Well, actually, the very last one. Coming up. It's
okay.
Wilton Art Walk is actually seasonal. So this next one coming up, if you are Wilton or Fort Lauderdale and want to come see us in person, that is May 18th from 6 to 9. We will be in front of apartment 9F.
Oh, that's perfect.
Art Walk is very kind of spread out. So it's a little bit of ways, but since the last one, I wanted people to have just a little bit of advance notice on it.
Oh, I love that. See, I didn't even know that it was almost over. And it's so cool because collectively you see so many different vendors and things that you've never thought you needed, right? Or something you were looking for and you were like, man, I didn't know where to get this. You'll be able to find it at Art Walk. So get all the information and join them in May because that's going to be the last one until next year.
Until the end of October.
Until it gets cooler, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think they're just, because it's impossible to do during those summer months when you're out there in a tent.
I would sweat my makeup off. I can't do that.
Me too.
Oh, yeah, that part. Thank you, Mark, for being in bed with me. You know that I adore you. I love you to pieces. Okay, make sure that you follow him on all social media outlets. He's always doing something interesting, something fun. He's usually on Queer News Tonight also with me. And, him and his hubby are just darling. Okay, if you ever want a gay couple to go have dinner with that won't pay for your tab, go with them.
Fair is fair. It's Dutch, man. Look, the L and the G are separate when it comes to when the bill comes.
I'm lying. I love them. They've paid for my food. I also don't eat a lot. But anyway, not the point. Make sure that you follow Mark Pettitt, okay, on all social media.
At It's Happening Mark.
It's Happening Mark on IG. All right? I'll see you soon.
Yes.
I adore you. Mwah! Did you know that the Happening Out Television Network studios are located at Sunshine Cathedral Square, which also houses Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church located in Fort Lauderdale? We broadcast our Sunday service every week at 10:30 a.m. Here at the FayWhat Show, we bring you interesting interviews with some incredible people from our universe, from our world, from our community. And today I get to sit down with Julian Cavazos. You know him from Julian's Fountain of Youth and also Wilton Collective. We've got a lot to talk about. I'm so excited about today's guest. I love him so much. Okay, let me get into roll. FayWhat. All right. So Today we have the honor of welcoming Julian Cavazos, all right? He is a dear friend, and I just simply love him. He's the founder and president of Julian's Fountain of Youth, a nonprofit dedicated to empowering LGBTQ plus youth. He's a Navy veteran and seasoned business owner. Julian's journey in the nonprofit world began back in 1988 when I was just a little lesbian, amid the AIDS epidemic. And you might know him also from JFOY, Julian's Fountain of Youth, where he stands for LGBTQ plus youth. You might also know him from the Wilton Collective that we'll talk more about also soon. Welcome back, Julian. How are you, puppy?
Oh my God, I'm so glad to be back in your bed. It's been a little while.
It has been a little while. So the last time you were in bed with me, you were here as Myrna.
Myrna was here.
Right?
That's true.
And she took over the whole damn show.
And the bed.
And the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how she is.
I love Myrna. Anyway, so much to freaking talk about, all right? Let's begin by talking about JFOY, Julian's Fountain of Youth, okay?
Yeah.
So Julian's Fountain of Youth is a 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization dedicated to creating opportunities for our LGBTQ plus youth to reach their full potential through community involvement and experimental learning. What does that all mean?
Wow. Yeah, exactly. There's so much there.
Right?
Well, one of the really cool things that I wanted to talk about while we're here, though, is the fact that, we're in our new space, and in our new space, we have an event area that we're going to start doing Monday meetings. It's called the Youth Experience with our kids. Todd Fogle has joined forces with us. As y'all know, Todd has been in our community working with youth for 22 years.
I mean, that man is a powerhouse.
I mean, he knows his thing, and he came on board, and we're going to start having our youth group meetings called the Youth Experience at the Wilton Collective at our new site.
Oh my God, that's wonderful.
Isn't that
Okay,
fun?
so what is that? So that means that youth from anywhere in South Florida can go drop in and talk with other youth? Like, how does that
Absolutely.
work?
Well, that's the whole idea, is that we didn't want it to just be like you come in and you sit around and you just listen. We wanted to make it an experience. where they're
Interactive.
actually doing something, meeting with other individuals in our community. We've got a really cool list. I can't put it out yet, but we have a really cool list of speakers that are going to be coming out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I will say, though, real quick, one of them is our new police chief.
Bill?
Chief Schultz.
Oh my God.
Yes,
we
Chief
love
Schultz. I know.
Chief Schultz. Say that 5 times. Chief Schultz, Chief Schultz, Chief Schultz.
Well, for you Latinas, it's hard to say chief.
Chief. That's what I said.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
So no, but
yeah,
and he's amazing,
I know.
and I was so it was just so incredible when he took office. Is it called office if you're the sheriff?
That's a good.
Or
I
took
think it is.
position.
I took the position of chief of
right?
police. Yeah.
Accepted it because that's not an easy thing. Like, that is appointed, and you have to apply for it, and it's a process.
Yes.
And it's only the best of the best that's
Yeah,
going to get something, get a position like that. And he's one of us.
He's one of us. And he's such a big supporter of everything that we do
He
at
really is.
JFOY, at Julian's Fountain of Youth, and he's also one of my best friends.
Oh,
He's
I
just
love
a lovely,
that.
lovely.
I love that. So he's
lovely
going to be
man.
one of the speakers.
So yeah,
for
he's going to be
this
one of the
youth.
speakers. But one of the other big things that the youth are going to be doing soon is, every year we take 20 kids to Disney, which we call it One Fabulous Weekend, all expenses paid. So we're gearing up for that as well. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. It's so much fun.
I love it. I love I love your crew of kids that I've been able to see grow up.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I mean?
know.
Gauge in them, to see them grow up. I've been with you for 3 years, algo así, something like that.
Yeah.
And in those 3 years, I've just seen these kids just grow like flowers,
Yeah.
And Wilton Collective is part of that. And you have some of the kids working there as well.
Of course, it's a youth work program. That's what it's all about. It's all about our youth. And it's for a lot of our kids, it's either their first job. For some of our youth that are trans, it's a safe place for them to work and be themselves.
Yes.
It's just a great work experience for our youth.
I love that. And there's not enough of that. So fantastic that you're doing that,
Thank
Julian.
you.
And the Wilton Collective, is a local upscale thrift and consignment retail store. I have found so many things at the Wilton Collective, and sometimes in an emergency, okay? Because I broke a shoe once on the drive. Drive, okay, right before a big ass event that many of you people were probably at, and I found something at Wilton Collective to wear, all right?
I remember that.
Anyway, so you recently moved from Wilton Drive by the Manor Complex to up further a little bit by Holy Cross.
Holy Cross,
Right?
where Holy Mackerel used to to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
The old Florida seafood restaurant. Yeah, we're
what
in
a
that
wonderful
new
space.
Oh my goodness gracious. It's an amazing space. But Faye, real quick, you're going to be happy to know today we had a new vendor move in who has all these beautiful women's dresses. Girlfriend, you have to come and get the first pick. I'm
Oh my
serious.
God, I so will. Oh my God,
oh my
listen,
goodness.
you don't understand. I've gotten like Calvin Klein beautiful, like vintage dresses. You remember that big cake topper dress I got for like $25?
Oh, well, he was moving in. I'm going, Faye, yes, Faye, yes, Faye, yes.
No, and I remember going, Julian, this is not gonna fit me. And he goes, try it on. It's not gonna fit me.
Honey, a
The
glove.
Lords were there. The Lords were. I love that. I love that.
A glove. Yes.
Okay, so you moved up a little, right? Was that a tough decision? I mean, I know times are tough and everything is super expensive, but were you worried about losing the foot traffic from Wilton Drive?
Well, you know, that was the feedback I was getting on social media. We got some kickback on social media. Everybody telling me it's not going to work. You're going to lose. You're going to lose the foot traffic. You're going to. We are busier during regular hours now than we've ever been. Why? Because we're picking up the traffic that comes in from Holy Cross and Gigi's and just right there on 26th Street.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting. It's going fabulous. Let's just say that.
God.
We're so excited.
I'm really excited that you have more space now. You know, like you were saying about the event space and
That's
stuff
what
like
we should
that.
touch
You
on.
know,
Yeah.
I mean, and we definitely have to talk about that.
Yeah.
You know, it seemed like a long time before you were able to come to your new space, right? But it wasn't a long time. How did you move all that stuff from the Wilton Collective on Wilton to where you're at now?
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody asks the same question, like, oh my goodness, this must have been, well, you know, Gage. Gage is one of our youth. He's
Yes.
part of the youth management program. And, you know, he and I sat down of how we're going to keep this organized and how we're going to number the cases and all the stuff we get. That part went smoothly.
Okay.
That was actually the easiest part. The hardest part is just going through what any business goes through when you're moving to, not just moving to a new place, but when you're changing the usage and you have to apply through the city for the permits
and stuff like that.
Girl,
yeah.
that was arduous. That was the toughest part. But I have to say, people in the city, you know, from Commissioner Caputo and Mayor and all of them came through and they really helped us
Scott
out.
Newton, they were all so excited about
yes.
you. You know, they were all happy for
Yes.
the bigger space and
Yes.
all that you were doing. You know, I'm a big fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm. You ever heard of that
Yes,
show?
of course.
So it just ended, right? And so it just ended after like 13 years or some shit like that. Can't remember. Anyway, when sitcoms like that close, the people steal something from the set, right? They take something like as a memory, okay? Okay, maybe steal wasn't the right word.
Okay.
Borrow. Or maybe you were gifted, okay? Did you take something from the old space, like saying, okay, I don't want to forget, you know, that we started here?
Gosh, Faye, that's a good question.
I know, that's why I'm on this side of the bed.
Well, I will tell you, you know what? I took with me some of the most fabulous memories that we had on that drive. I mean that with all my heart. I mean that because, you know, the businesses that are next door, across the street, who have been and still are so supportive. Everybody over at the Manor, you know, they were just from the owners on down to management. They're just wonderful people. You know, they really worked well with us and helped us and donated. And so, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to take with me is the incredible memories I had on the drive.
Yeah.
But upward and onward. And, you know, this is a great news place. And we have new neighbors that are incredible around us now. So, yeah, that's what I took.
I love that.
You know,
he took something else, but he's not telling us because we're live on the air, which is okay. He'll tell me off the air.
You know, one of the most painful thing, how about we talk about the most painful thing that happened that I got a lot of messages about was the butterfly had to come down.
Yeah, I had to be painted over. That was,
you know, and I got a lot of hate mail and messages, but what people don't understand is I didn't own that building. And if the option was this, leave it on, lose your
deposit.
Huge deposit, and they'll paint over it, or paint over it and get your deposit back. I chose to paint over it and get my deposit back. Now, I personally didn't paint over it. I had to hire somebody. But yeah, and it was hard. That was terrible because everybody
loved it.
the
People
butterfly.
would stop and take a picture in front of it. That was Avi, right?
Like, the Avi, it was Lori. Lori Pratico. Lori came up with the entire design of the butterfly, and then she did the outlining, and she had our kids actually paint it along with her, and then the outer parts, all the beautiful flowers and that was Avi Ram. So gosh, that hurt.
Amazing.
I couldn't even stay there and watch.
No, I could imagine. So that's it. So stop with the shit, people, okay? Because the reality is that they were going to paint over it. All right? So it was either do it now or do it later. Do it
and get
in a way.
Deposit back.
And get your deposit back, but also you did it your way. You know, like people had their moments of silence with the wall. People took pictures before it was going to be painted. Like we wouldn't have had that otherwise. So let's talk a little bit about quinceañera. I have to talk about. Okay, so Wilton Collective, benefits JFOI, as does Julian's Reverse Quinceañera that I have been blessed to host for the last 2 years. Julian's Reverse Quinceañera. How many years has it been now?
This is going to be our 13th year.
Woo! Lucky 13. Oh my God. And it's one of the best events that I do all year round. And I think it's mainly because of you and your supporters. Your supporters are so incredible. They come from all over the country and they know what they're there for. They bring their love, they bring their wallets, and they bring like their joy of life. Like they're ready to have a good time.
We have people that come from Washington State, Washington, D.C., from Texas, California, all over the country that fly in for this. Show sells out every year now.
It does.
It's a huge, it's a lot of fun. It's a huge undertaking, but as you know, it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot.
We are so happy to have you, though, girlfriend. You've just taken this and done a phenomenal job. Thank you.
You know how happy I get when people stop me on the street and say, "You were that girl that hosted the quinceañera," and I'm just like, and it's always white people trying to say quinceañera, right? But it works,
Yes, it does. It does.
Any surprises that you can tell me about?
Well, this is, we are about to start shooting our next novela.
Okay.
So that's in the making as we speak. We're still writing.
You're still writing.
I know. I'm a little behind.
No,
the move kind of sucked everything out of me.
But honey, you've been busy. Let's talk about Myrna and the Outshine Film Festival. Okay, that's also this week, and I saw your post. How the hell? Okay, tell our viewers what happened.
So we, some of you may know, and those of you who don't, we do an annual telenovela. My character, Myrna, God love her, she just wants to fall in love.
She just wants love.
She just wants to be loved. Well, hell, it just never works out very well for her, God love her. So we've been putting these telenovelas out, and you can find them on YouTube.
Hysterical.
And they're pretty darn funny. And so we submitted one to the,
to the Outshine Film Festival, like to the shorts or to
shorts.
Okay,
and it got picked up.
Did you expect that?
No. Girlfriend, are you kidding me?
So so you sent it like, okay, coño, let me just see how this works, right? Let me do it. Maybe in the future this will work.
Yeah. Well, Andy, the producer, and
Andy's freaking phenomenal. Hi, Andy.
I know.
He is so good.
It wouldn't be what it is without these guys. They're just so amazing.
They're so talented.
They're so darn talented. They take, they take what myself and Rocky, and we write all of this. Dr. Slonaker, Rocky Slonaker. We write this. Hi, Rocky. We write this. We submit it to them. They do their things. We go back and forth, and then boom, we make this happen. And what's really fun about this, though, is we don't hire actors. We involve our friends.
The community is there represented. Oh my God. Stop it.
You really need to be in it. I'm going to talk you into this. But anyway, so it's really all about getting people in our community to get out of their comfort zone and play these different roles. And it's just a lot of fun.
Listen, again, Myrna's gone to jail. Myrna has gotten married. Myrna's husband has died. Myrna has gotten a gang fight against Kitty Meow. Myrna has had some stuff happen. Watch the shorts.
Myrna's she caught my papa in bed with my boyfriend. I mean, it's just gone wrong.
Myrna's been through some shit. So, okay, but tell me about this. So it got accepted. Now what? Now what happens? Because we're in the midst right now of Outshine Film Festival.
Yes.
Okay, Outshine Film Festival, by the way, has been going on since April 18th, and it finishes the 28th. So past this week. It's almost over. If you haven't gone to see a movie, outshinefilm.com. Amazing movies.
So tonight, we're going to be one of the short films. Myrna and all of her papa and her mama, and her and Ping Lee.
Oh my God, I love Ping Lee.
That's Myrna's housekeeper. She's a nut job.
She is, but she's freaking hysterical.
And so, all of our characters are going to be there. We're going to walk the red carpet. It's just going to be a fabulous, fabulous time. So I hope everybody will come out and join us.
Yes. Yeah. Is it a Silver Spot? It's downtown Miami, right?
Yes. You're getting all Silver Spot, girl.
Sorry, it's a Silver Spot Cinema. Make sure that you go check it out. Go check out the information at outshinefilm.com and see us there because we're going for sure. Yes. And Myrna will be walking the red carpet.
There. She'll be doing the red carpet.
Oh my God, that's so exciting. Okay, let's talk about your grand opening, Papi. Okay, tell me about it. April 26th, starting at 4:30 p.m. for the ribbon cutting. It's 1414 Northeast 26th Street in Wilton Manors. That's going to be fantabulous. Tell me.
Yes. So we're going to do the ribbon cutting at or around 5-ish. And then we're going to have our fabulous mix and mingle that we have every week at the Wilton Collective. We've been doing the mix and mingles now for 4 years. They're a lot of fun. It's just a way for everybody to come out, meet locals. We give complimentary cocktails and food, and we have singers and piano players. We have all kinds of entertainment, as you know, and it's just a really fabulous time. So what we're going to do is that evening, we're going to have a fabulous mix and mingle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have an after party in our new event space.
Oh, how exciting.
Which is going to be the light show.
I saw the video.
Oh my gosh.
I thought I was in Ibiza. Look it out on social media, okay? Because I was like, what the hell did Julian leave? Because I was like, where is he? And then you see like the strobe lights and the music and the people walking around. And I'm like, wait, this is the event space? Holy crap.
That's our new event place called 1414 on 26.
I love it.
And that is a really cool space for people to rent and have private events or meetings.
Okay, so that is where we're gonna have.
That's where we're gonna have the after party.
The after party.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Listen, I know it took a little bit of work, but you're open. You got your permits. You know, people missed your mix and mingle. People missed your Fridays. People missed being around you. You know, my bestie Cal Gajraj, he just went to go check it out the other day.
Yes.
He didn't wait for me. I told him to wait for me. And he said, I can't, Faye. I've been without Wilton Collective for over a month. I can't, you know? People were just like jonesing to come back. And now you're back full force. The grand opening is going to be fantastic. I will definitely be there. I'm going to be overjoyed for you. I'll probably cry.
Thank you.
But it's going to be all worth it because it's going to be fantastic.
And it's so cool to watch people walk in that front door and go, wow. They just can't believe it. It's like, it's such a difference from our other store, which was smaller, versus this huge space. It's so, you know, we got 28-foot ceilings, and it's just beautiful.
Well, and something else that some of the patrons that because I had to, people that already went, I was like, tell me, right? And something else that people told me that it already feels like you've been there. You know how when you move in somewhere new, things don't look how they should? Some of the patrons already told me that it just looked like you had been there for years already.
I've heard that. They're like, how long have you been here? And I'm like, no, we just opened up last week. This is only our, 9th? I don't know. How many days.
Amazing. Julian, I love you. I adore you. You are so special to me. You are a friend to the show, a special friend to me. I love our lunches at Spencer's when we make fun of people for an hour and a half, you know?
Well, you know, you're not just FayWhat to me. You're one of my besties. You know, I love you with all my heart. We've become so close over the years. So thank you for everything you do for not just me, but our youth and our community.
They deserve it.
You're a treasure. You really are. Honey, you're a treasure. I'm telling you.
Thank you. He just wants me to buy more shit from Wilton Collective, which I am anyway.
Stresses.
I freaking love him. Julian Cavazos from Julian's Fountain of Youth and, of course, Wilton Collective. And now on the bigger screen as Miss Myrna at Outshine Film Festival tonight, all right? Go to the grand opening April 26th or any time to find some amazing things, all right? I bought a huge-ass clock. I mean, a huge-ass clock. And I said clock with an L in the middle. Malpensados. I bought a big clock for my bestie, right before they moved over. It was like $45. The clock should have been like $400, all right? You can just find so many amazing things there, right? Follow the Wilton Collective and Julian's Reverse Quinceañera on social media. Support those who support us. Thank you for being on my show, Julian. I adore you.
Thank you. Mwah, 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 mwah.
We will be right back. That's it. That's the FayWhat Show. I hope that you had fun. Thank you so much to Mark Pettitt for joining me in bed. I love him. He is just a dear. Isn't he adorable? You should see him and his husband. I would watch him and his husband have sex. Yeah. That's it. That's all I got on that. Sorry. You know, folks, I'm really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our LGBTQ plus community. I gotta tell you, it's often hard for us girls. But if we believe we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q plus. We opened the show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore, and that girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ plus community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity. You know why? Because it's what makes us so damn strong. Until then, make sure that you follow me on all social media outlets, Facebook, IG, TikTok, and YouTube. Follow FayWhat. And since you're always on the go because you busy, you can listen to the FayWhat Show wherever you listen to your podcast at. Just search the FayWhat Show. Until next Monday, world, at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand, I'm FayWhat! And I am #thatgirl. I wish you a week full of sunshine and rainbows. Stay gay.
Rainbows, gay boys, #that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach. #that girl, pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat Show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ plus media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat Show. Get the week started with me.